Here's a thought. What if humans could fly? I mean, really fly like birds, or insects, or that guy who shot webs out of his wrists. At first, it sounds like a fantasy, a scene from mythology. But imagine for a moment this is reality. Everyone is born with 2 wings attached to their back, just like arms or legs. They grow as we grow. They flap, stretch, twitch, and eventually let us fly. Let's start with the obvious. From the very beginning, human evolution would take a different path. Cities would not be built outward, but upward. Forget highways. Imagine airways, layer upon layer of floating platforms, vertical towers, cliffside homes, and mid-air schools suspended like beehives in the sky. The way we design the world would change. Streets would be replaced with landing zones. Elevators optional. Public transport more like air caravans. The skyline would no longer be the limit. It would be our new playground. Okay, now let's go deeper. If everyone could fly, what happens to class and privilege? Would richer families genetically enhance their wings to be faster or more powerful? Would governments regulate altitude like they do speed limits today? Would there be no fly zones around banks or government buildings? Would children still need to learn how to walk? Or would flying come first? Okay, enough of that. Let's talk war. If everyone could fly, aerial combat wouldn't be limited to fighter jets. Entire battalions of flying soldiers could engage in real-life dogfights. Maybe wars wouldn't even need vehicles. It's just elite air units trained from birth. Flying tanks? Anyone? Okay, I get it. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, you're right. Flying people would still stomp on ants. But let's flip it. What if this ability made humans more peaceful? After all, what would you do with your wings? Travel? Explore? Escape? Maybe instead of building fences, we'd build perches. Maybe freedom would become so normal it stops feeling like a privilege and starts feeling like a right. When you can leave any place, anytime, fly over borders, walls, oceans, do walls still matter? Would countries even exist in the same way? Then there's love. Would long distance still be a problem if you could fly to your partner's house before dinner and be home by midnight? Would dating apps filter by flight range? Would heartbreak literally involve falling? In religion? Would God still be imagined above us if we could fly up and see their just more sky? Also, biology. Wings need space. Would human anatomy change completely? Wider torsos? Stronger backs? Lighter bones? Would clothes have wing slots? Would school have wing safety classes, like how to glide, how to land, or how not to crash into windows? But what about people who are born without wings? Would they be seen as disabled? Or maybe ironically, as more grounded, more human? Would they be jealous? Would there be discrimination? Or worship? We've seen this trope in movies like Wonder. And finally, the biggest question, would we still dream of flying if we already could? Or would we take it for granted, the way we take walking, breathing, or scrolling YouTube? Flying would no longer be a miracle. It would be mundane, that thing you do because the elevator's full. So maybe, just maybe, the real beauty of flying isn't in the wings, but in the imagination. Because sometimes the fact that we can't fly is what makes us want to reach higher. But hey, that's just one version of the story. If you had wings, what's the first thing you'd do? Drop your thoughts below. Seriously, I want to know what your world would look like. If you like this video, hit the comments. Like if this made your brain fly a little, and subscribe to ZAPPYBRAIN where ideas take off. Thanks for listening, and remember, keep asking what if.